250 years ago, there weren't even enough people living on Long Island to fill Citi Field. Only 35,000 people lived here 250 years ago, and at night it was completely dark. No headlights, no streetlights, no glow on the horizon, no hum of traffic. Just candlelight and a few scattered homes, and miles of darkness in every direction. Stand on what is now called Jane's Hill, the highest point on Long Island, and you could see south to the Atlantic, north to the Long Island Sound, and across the island that was mostly forests, farms, and open fields. And the towns you know today were barely towns at all. Huntington, Oyster Bay, Southold each only had a few hundred people. A church, a few dozen homes, barns, and dirt roads. And of the roughly 35,000 people that lived here, thousands of them were enslaved all across Long Island. That was Long Island, and that was the island that George Washington stood on in the summer of 1776. Because earlier that summer, William Floyd of Mastic joined 55 other men in declaring independence from Great Britain. And just weeks later, the fight for independence came here. Now, Washington lost the Battle of Long Island, but under the cover of darkness and fog, he quietly evacuated 9,000 soldiers across the East River before the British ever realized what was happening. He lost the battle, but he saved his army. Long Island fell under British control. They seized William Floyd's estate, established their Long Island headquarters in Huntington, and troops occupied towns, took crops and livestock, and forced families to house and supply soldiers. Patriot raiders crossed Long Island Sound in small whaleboats to attack British positions like Fort Salongo. And in Setauket, ordinary residents would become part of George Washington's spy network, the Culper spy ring, secretly moving British intelligence on Long Island back to Washington. The quiet island of 35,000 people was suddenly in the middle of the American Revolution. British troops traveled along dirt roads that you still drive on today. Jericho, Merrick, Middle Country Road. The Ketcham Inn in Santa Maricia's was already taking in travelers by 1693. The old First Church in Huntington traced its roots back to 1658. Both were already here. Both were older than America itself. The Declaration of Independence was signed that summer in 1776. But for people living on Long Island, it would be another 7 years before British occupation ended and we finally got our independence. That was Long Island 250 years ago. That's it, everybody. Have a great day and a happy 250th anniversary to the United States of America.